But anything physical, what I'm trying to bring it up, obscures the soul's infinite spiritual happiness, not dependent on body, senses, and mind. Our happiness depends on body, sense, and mind. Okay? The physically, the senses, all five senses, and the mind. Ultimately, it's all in the mind, if you look at it. But the Vedaniya karma is a Aghati karma. It basically dependent on our body, the senses, and the mind. All these three things depends on the Vedaniya karma. While Mohaniya karma, when we remove the Mohaniya karma, the happiness is a natural. It is not depending on the body, senses, and mind. So that's why when I am walking on the street and I fell on a ditch and I break my leg, I am unhappy. I am unhappy that my unhappiness is on a physical body. Do you see? Even though the unhappiness is of the soul, that is a Mohaniya karma. Every time happiness or unhappiness, both, when you feel happy or unhappy, it is a Mohaniya karma. That's you keep in mind, because soul is the only one has a Gnan gun. My body is a Pudgal. Pudgal has no Gnan gun. Okay? My senses, I'm talking physical senses. You know, when my senses feel unhappy, that is a wrong word, because the senses don't have a Gnan gun. It's only Pudgal. Okay, my physical mind, now I am talking about. The physical mind is only Paudgalic. Paudgalic because they are all part and parcel of my body overall. Okay, so when you think, then there is no happiness or unhappiness with the body, senses, and mind. The mind is a physical mind, not the thought process. The thought process is the soul. It is the soul's paryay. Anytime you think, and when you think, it is your own soul's paryay. But with the help of Pudgal, with the help is a nimitta causes. The nimit, body is a nimit, the senses is a nimit, and the mind is a nimit. And the mind is a physical nimit. That is, you got to have a proper relationship clear in your mind, that Pudgal is a nimitta cause for the action. Pudgal is only the nimitta cause for the action. But soul itself is responsible for its own action. It's a very spiritually subject in a sense. What is the relationship between my physical body and my soul? I'm using the wrong English word because it is not my physical body. It is a physical body. Soul is myself. Okay? But just for explaining purpose, understanding people can understand it, I'm using this terminology. Okay? that when I break my leg, I become unhappy. Very simple. Okay. When somebody insults me, I get angry. All right. It looks like because I broke my leg, that is the cause of my unhappiness. It looks like that. Okay. Or if somebody insults me, I get angry. That looks like cause of that person. I get angry. Spiritually, from Jainism point of view, that person who insulted me, it is a nimitta cause, not a upadan cause. That means nimit is not a real reason. Real reason is a upadan cause. And who is the upadan cause? Is me. I wanted to get angry. That's why I become angry. If somebody insults me, I could have said that one. I don't have to be taking that word that he's telling me, because he's telling my body. He's not telling my soul. He doesn't know my soul. He doesn't know anything about me. What he's making all the statement is on my body. Now, I am the one who is saying it, okay, to me. When he looks at me, when what he's doing, he's looking at my body. Because my mind is programmed in such a way that this particular body where I am residing in it, it is me. Right. And now I believe no, I am a Pudgal instead of soul. If my dead body is lying there and suppose he insulted me, what would I do? Nothing. Right? You couldn't do anything. Can you act like a dead person while you are alive? Can you acting that way that anybody insults me, anything, you just think this, oh, he's just talking to the dead body. All right. If you truly behave that way, what would you do? That is very difficult for us to let go of our ego, because I believe my body is this way. All right. If you can live like a dead person, then you attain the Kevanya. Truly, that's not is no. If you think, okay, then you are totally knower and observer. You are not doing, because you are still consciousness. You have the grand known. And when you live like that, ultimately that is the biggest things. This is the highest spiritual level that what you can live. Live like a dead person. Okay. And you can think so horrible things can happen to you. That's how you think, because you are still thinking. Instead of saying, I live one moment at a time, and whenever I live one moment at a time, I don't think, no, the Kevalgnani person. Does he think that, no, next moment what will happen, who would provide me food, or who would provide me shelter, or who would do these things? If you live only one moment and only on the present, all those things disappears. Okay. For a dead person, everything disappears. Okay, it's just that. It's just a similarity I'm trying to give you and make you think in that term. Once you do it that way and make your life that way, then you can see how spiritually you are progressed. Look at it, Bhagwan Mahavir's life again. I'm trying to bring it. For at the age of 30, he took the Diksha, renunciation. And for 12 and a half years, what he did not go and start preaching. For 12 and a half years, he ate, I told you even last time, he ate only 348, 49 meals. Not much time, he spent for 12, from out of 12 and a half years. Right? He did not sleep. He slept in 12 and a half years. Hardly few hours in the entire 12 and a half years. Okay. Hardly few hours. He did not preach. During that 12 and a half years, he did not even preach. So what did he do? Nothing else but he did meditation in dhyanastha avastha. Okay. And it took personality like Bhagwan Mahavir 12 and a half years tried to achieve, okay, just doing what I call it, doing nothing. It took him 12 and a half years. And ultimately he attained. Now he started preaching. Okay. He has a complete control over all his action because he is the Kevalna. He is the perfect human being. For whatever the lifespan left, he lived as a perfect human being. Whether we see it or not, or whether other person sees it or not. Okay? But he lived complete, perfect, because his soul's quality were perfect. Okay? He has Ananta Darshan, Ananta Gnan, Ananta Char, Ananta, Ananta energy, Shakti. All that one he has and he lived. So whether he lives in the middle of the crowd or he lives in a jungle during that time, he will remain in perfect happiness. That's it. And he lives in presence only. So we will come back. So for Mahavira, if 12 and he traveled 30 years, let's assume for the sake of example, there is no, as an example, if Mahavir would have fallen down, okay, and break the leg, what would be his state of mind? Just for the sake of thinking, I'm not talking anything else. Other than that, he said, well, I break my leg. He would not define, oh, now, how can I go to all the places I have decided to go and now I broke my leg, I cannot go. Okay, nothing. He said, this one, it is not like I have decided to go. It just happens. Wherever he goes, okay, and the way Kevali thinks, to make us any statement on Kevali's statement, action on Kevali's action, it is not a wisdom on our part. Unless and until I become like that. Only thing is you can make a statement about yourself, and only at that time, whatever is your spirituality. Next moment your spirituality change, your statement will change. Okay? People think that that will be forever. No. Every moment, person's action is going to be different, and at that time, whatever the spirituality he is at that moment, that's what he is going to do. Okay? So it does not say anything about Keval Gnani, it only says about Mahavir as a person. Okay? And other Keval Gnani will do it different way, or third will may do it different. I'm not saying that making any statement he does or not. Okay? What am I saying? It to talk about that is a waste of our time. What I would do, it is the only thing we can talk about it and nothing else. All right. So I think we have been, get carried away to talk about it, but it seems like this subject is a very different way people have to look into it from Kathanuyog point of view, like on the Four Yuga, I discuss it from Karnanuyog point of view, from Charnanuyog point of view, and ultimately we got to look into Dravyanuyog point of view. And that Dravyanuyog point, okay, that is the real religion. That's where the spirituality begins. If you are thinking of Kathanuyog for Mahavir Katha, or if you are thinking of any other one, Karnanuyog, well, Mahavir did these things, then you are looking the Karnanuyog point of view, and that is good for you also. No. Where you are and what you will do, that is the only thing is good for you and nothing else. And once you have understanding, then and then you are able to do it. If you don't have the understanding, I don't know. So that is why you begin with Kathanuyog, then Karnanuyog, then Charnanuyog, and ultimately you reach to Dravyanuyog. Okay? So don't think Katha is wrong. Whatever you need to learn, progress the further, and you will find if you think only Katha, all Kathas are historical and history, you will find it is really inappropriate, because I told you once before, it's like telling our children Santa Claus story. We all know, all adults know that the Santa Claus is a fake characters. Okay, it's a makeup characters, but children loves it. Okay. Now, when do you have to teach children that Santa Claus is a fake? Their time comes and they learn. Okay. If you try to teach them, oh, it is all fake and nothing that one, you are not a good parent. Okay. But when they grow up, they will know, okay, this is all fake. Okay. And when they have their own family, they will be doing the same thing. Okay. What they have learned, what their parents taught them. Okay. And if they don't do it, then they are not a good parents either. All right. Everything has its own place, and you have to view from that point of view only. You don't bring something else. The same thing like every future, all the discussions Jainism has with the different sect and the different thought process, in its own place, they are correct. When you look into from outside place, then it is wrong. Okay. So make sure you view it from a different aspect of it, everything, because it will be true for one aspect, wrong for all other aspect point of view. So is it true or wrong? It depends upon which point of view you are looking at it. Okay? There is no such thing as an absolute truth. Any any question in this one? I think I'm not even progressing a little bit. But the Vedaniya karma, you got to keep in mind, it is only physical. It has no gnan gun. And if there is no gnan gun, then means you cannot be happy or unhappy. If you are happy or unhappy, that means, okay, you are not properly understanding. It is not the Vedaniya karma that makes you unhappy. Okay, Vedaniya karma is the physical. It's a pudgal. Now you are creating that the pudgal physical things are making you happy and unhappy, which is not a proper Jain principle. Happy or unhappy is only your soul and your soul quality. Okay, and the four main characters of the soul, qualities of the soul, which is a monia quality, hindrance, okay, monia karma. That's what we use in terms of karma language, okay. But now you have a monia kashai with you. Kashai is you. Karma is not you. Karma is a pudgal. And the relationship between Kashai and karma is nimit-naimitic relationship. So you got to keep in mind, Kashai is always you. When you are angry, it is not karma gets angry. It is your soul. We has the Gnan Gun. That's the only one can get angry. Nobody else. And there is, in this game, okay, there is you and Pudgal. Pudgal is the Nimit. You are Grango. So Pudgal makes you angry. That look like that. Okay. The real religious person thinks it is not me, because my Gnan Gun, I cannot be angry. Why do I have to be guided by Pudgal? Okay. That means I wanted to get angry. That's why I did. No matter somebody tells you, insults you, hurts you, if you get angry, it is still you decided to become angry. Until you take that responsibility on your shoulder, all right, there is no way your spiritual progress. If you think my past karma made me angry, there is no hope that you will improve, because everything is, you are blaming on your past karma, which is already gone. But in the beginning, initial stage, you have these stages you have to go through and learn reality, what is the true things, and then try to be able. And that one you will find in Dravyana Yoga. In Dravyana Yoga, there is no karma even. So that's why what I'm trying to tell you, the Jain karma philosophy, it is extremely difficult to understand it. Okay. Principle is there, very simple. Action is, once you know it, your action is very simple. What do I have to do? You just, every incidence you can see who is telling me, which is not me. Okay, why do I have to get him? I am going to live like a dead body because he's telling me everything what he's directing is only to my body. Okay, I don't have to get mad. Nothing. Let him insult. Because he's not insulting to soul, he's insulting to my body. And if I am a dead here, if I drop dead here, is he going to insult me? No. When you analyze that situation, then you really know that for you there is nothing, no reason to get angry, mad, whatever it is. Okay? Because we are in a state of mithyatva. When I considered, if they said anything to my body and he considered it is said to me, then I am in mithyatva. That's the definition of mithyatva. So mithyatva, to remove the mithyatva means removing your ego. Okay, that is the only things you can do in your life. Watch everything that somebody comes and tells you, acts you, whatever it is. All right. Just only say it is not said to me. Then you conquered all your kashai. Okay. All right, we can stop it here. Huh? Unless
yes,
anybody has
Uncle.
any other question there. It's a very complex